Now we'll have IEI anthem, and after that, Dr. Rajendra Kumar ji take over.
विश्वेश्वरैया जी के आदर्शों को मिलकर करें नमन। आओ अभियंतागण हम सब न भारत का करें सृजन। आओ अभियंतागण हम सब न भारत का करें सृजन। जोड़े नदियाँ सेतु बनाए, शहर गाँव का भेद मिटाए। तकनीकी शिक्षा का दीपक विश्व के हर कोने में जलाए। ऊर्जा के अक्षय स्रोतों से मनुष्य को भी करे चमन। आओ अभियंतागण हम सब न भारत का करें सृजन। आओ अभियंतागण हम सब न भारत का करें सृजन। अनवरत प्रशिक्षण से हम अपनी कार्य कुशलता बढ़ाएं। यातायात संचार में उन्नत प्रौद्योगिकी को अपनाएं। नैसर्गिक हो या औद्योगिक आपदाओं का करें शमन। आओ अभियंतागण हम सब न भारत का करें सृजन। आओ अभियंतागण हम सब न भारत का करें सृजन। विश्वेश्वरैया जी के आदर्शों को मिलकर करें नमन। आओ अभियंतागण हम सब न भारत का करें सृजन। आओ अभियंतागण हम सब न भारत का करें सृजन।
Thank you, Dr. Rajendra Kumar ji.
Sir, kindly give the right, sir, please.
You may please start.
Sir, right दीजिए please. PPT को करना है, screen share करना है.
Already rights are there.
Okay, okay. Now I'm sharing my screen, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. Rajendra Kumar, faculty in Mechanical Department, Manav Ratna International Institute of Research and Study. Today, we are organizing one program named Career Opportunity in Green and Sustainable Infrastructure. Our today panelists are Mr. I.S. Oberoi, Mr. Neeraj Arora, Engineer Devendra Gill, Engineer Sandeep Andaji, Engineer K.R. Gupta ji. Now, why we choose this topic? Because all the young aspirants in today's scenario is looking for the answer to the question that is which path I must choose as my career option. Today webinar is related to the career option in the green and sustainable infrastructure. Before proceeding further, I must say that this webinar will surely give an insight to all of you for go for green and sustainable infrastructure as your career option. Now I am here. I am using one quote by W. Edward Deming that is, without data, you are just another person with an opinion. Similarly, without any career path knowledge, you are just a person with only degrees and something else, but you don't find the right career path options. Even the governments around the world are offering stimulus packages that will increase the demand of green and sustainable infrastructure. This will further contribute in immediate and sustainable growth, as the infrastructure has the legacy of both linked, that is immediate economic growth and the longer term growth. In immediate economic growth, it creates jobs for the people, it offers generate earnings and increase the spending powers. In the longer term growth, by increasing the employment, enhancing education opportunity through the better connectivity, increasing equality through access to all the utilities. Now, here the topic is, what is the sustainable infrastructure? at its narrowest, sustainable infrastructure refers to green and smart buildings. More broadly, it can encompass a various initiatives with a focus on land management, green initiatives, and the use of sustainable building materials building materials like PVC and other materials. And the prime objective of the infrastructure, the sustainable infrastructure is to help the community by protecting the environment and health while providing other economic benefits also. It can also offer to uh, existing infrastructure which is retrofitted, rehabilitated or reused again. And now the sustainability have the three different directions. One is the environmental aspect, second one is the economic aspect, and the third one is the social impact, social sides of the in and all these three directions may come to, if we are looking for these, and then we are looking for the sustainability aspect. For example, we are looking for the greener environment, lower cleanup cost, climate resilience, and better health and well-being, and that is the social impact we can create with these three different directions, and find out, and finally we get the sustainable products. Here what are the various opportunities, because every aspirant are looking for the opportunity nowadays. Then if we are looking for the sustainable or green infrastructure, then we find scope in the energy efficiency, green transportation, renewable energy, waste to energy, and many more. uh, we are by this webinar we are looking for the young engineers towards young engineer contribution towards the innovative solutions. What kind of ideas if any idea they people have, and they will give us to they will give us for taking that your innovative idea to long term aspect. We will surely help you people. Then policy measurement, then in information flow, and the finally the mobilizing the resources, because everyone has the resources, but they don't know how to mobilize these kind of resources in a longer term or longer perspective. Now I would like to request our chairman, sir, Shri Engineer Handa sir. Engineer Sandeep Handa ji is a graduate in mechanical engineering and MBA in MBA from IMS Ghaziabad. Having rich experience in work, various OEMs, he is also JED consultant and chartered engineer by IEI. Presently, he is running a consultancy firm. Presently, he is running a consultancy firm and the chairman of Faridabad Local Center. Welcome, sir.
Hello, thank you, doctor. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Good evening, friends. It's really nice to have so many, people taking out time and coming out for giving a contribution towards whatever IEI is built up of. IEI today wants that we should, in our engineering fraternity, try and disseminate as far as possible the upgradation and the knowledge required for the improvement and the indigenization of our manufacturing. In this, one of the buzzword today is green. Green is the buzzword, and it is where all the governments throughout world are contributing, are working on it, and they want lot of innovation in it, because energy, which is the second buzzword which we'll be talking about today, how do we really work it out? Because this is one which is going to make our life sustainable in years to come ahead. If we do not act today, probably we won't be able to survive what environment we are going to create out of this. So today, if this is an opportunity and if you can get the right direction, how to leverage it out, I believe the young engineers can get the guidance, the opportunity, the areas where they can work it out, the fields they can work, they can establish themselves all, and as well as they can apply to the right agencies to uh, to get the opportunities availed and encashed by them. So I wish all the best to all the participants, and the speakers here to take us through this time and envelope us with information all along. Thank you and all the best. I hand it over back to you, Dr. Jitendra.
Rajendra sir, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Sorry. Now I welcome Engineer Devender Gill. Engineer Devender Gill. He is graduated in Mechanical Engineering, MBA, and presently pursuing PhD from UPS Dehradun. He is having rich experience in R&D sector. He is having around 17-year experience in working in DRDO. He is immediate past chairman II Delhi State Chapter and presently associated with DMRC in Safety Division. He is also he is also certified engineer in safety and received this India Best Safety Person Award from the IEI in year 2012. We welcome, sir. Devender sir, we welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. So, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Very good afternoon to everybody. It is a privilege to set the tone for discussion of today's topic. The topic of career opportunities in green and sustainable infrastructure. I also have seen the itinerary, and there are two very eminent speakers who will be deliberating on this topic. Engineer I.S. Oberoi and Mr. Neeraj Arora. I am very hopeful and confident that their deliberation will be very useful to the young engineers who have joined us today. As Handa Saab has said that the word green is a buzzword today. If we go back 1 or 2 decades earlier, whenever we were talking about infrastructure development, the very first thing which used to come in the mind of any developer or anybody who is one way or the other connected with the infrastructure development, that it will result into a lot of destruction and irreversible damage to the ecosystem. There will be flora, fauna, there will be a lot of trees which will be cut, there will be displacement of people. So people used to accept that whenever you do an infrastructure development project, there will be some negative impact before we start reaping the benefit of that infrastructure project. But over the last 2 decades or so, there have been a lot of focus on the sustainable infrastructure. The concept itself refers to the equipment and system that are designed to meet the population essential service demands like roads, bridges, telecommunication, power requirement, which is based on all-round sustainable principles. Now I represent Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, and I remember way back in the late 90s, somewhere around 98, 97, when the concept of the metros was developing in our country, and Japan Bank was there to fund and support. The very first thing which was in their mind was the sustainable aspect of this development. This means that infrastructure is environmentally friendly from end to end, from beginning to the end, from the source from where the development starts to the final outcome of this. And Dr. Rajender has very clearly included the three factors of economic, financial, and social factors in this development. Now, what is very, very important is that when these funds were being shared and were being committed,
Hello, sir.
Devinder sir, audio video both are not coming right now.
सर का एकदम से वो नेटवर्क का एकदम से कोई इशू हुआ है.
Maybe he is not connected actually. Only ID is there.
Can wait for some time and then we can take the second panelist.
Yes.
We can try calling him.
Okay.
Pankaj,
Okay, but
check up.
Rajendra sir, it will better
Yes, sir.
if you will check.
Sir, I don't have her, his contact number.
Okay.
I think we can consider the second panelist.
Yeah, that will be better.
Okay.
And when he comes back, let him over and then we can restart there.
Yes, sir.
Or otherwise, we can wait for a minute. Mr. Kuldeep ji is trying to reach him.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Let's get going. Doctor?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Try. We can say excuse and we can
Okay.
get the control to the second panelist.
Okay. Today our second panelist is Mr. Engineer ID Oberoi. ID Singh Oberoi. He is basically Hello. He is basically
hello,
graduate.
Dr. Rajender, I am back.
Okay, sir.
I am back. I have been able to reconnect myself here.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Now
So do you want me to continue and
yes,
complete
sir.
my address?
Yes, sir. You.
Yeah, thank you very much. My apologies for this.
Again disconnected.
Yeah, it's again God for us still.
Yes, sir.
देवेंद्र साहब आपका वीडियो बंद कर लीजिए. वीडियो बंद करने से ऑडियो इंप्रूव हो जाएगा थोड़ा. So if you can switch off your video.
Sir, I think he is not presently connected or you
He's presently connected.
उनको बता दें कि अगर वो वीडियो ऑफ करके बोलेंगे तो हमें उनकी आवाज बेटर आ जाएगी सर. वो कई बार वीडियो ऑडियो दोनों एक साथ नहीं चल पाते हैं इंटरनेट.
कई दफा बैंडविड्थ में इश्यू आ जाता है.
हाँ.
Can we go for the other speaker, sir?
I think we should go.
Okay. Thank
Go
you.
ahead, sir.
Thank you, sir. Today, our second panelist is Engineer I.D. Singh Oberoi. He's graduated in civil engineering from MNIT Jaipur and having the PG diploma in business management in finance from FMS New Delhi. He is first generation entrepreneur with having more than 25 years of rich experience in producing in building products. He is also having 2 ventures in his credit, and basically working for the building products, and he is green building consultant and is a GEM certified professional from the SOCAM. Beside this, he is also training some sessions for assistant engineer and above level peoples for in PWD and BSNL training centers, Ghaziabad. We welcome you, sir, Engineer I.D. Singh Oberoi, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Could you just let me share my screen, sir, so that I can start?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
So, is my screen visible, sir?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll just start my session. Well, very good evening to all of you, sir. And a very big thanks to Institute of Engineers Faridabad Local Center for having this webinar, which is specifically for the future engineers of our country. When we are talking of India and world per se, we are going through a tremendous times. There has been this COVID pandemic, and also there's a huge threat of climate change, which is looming on our heads. So it's really important for us to work towards creating infrastructures that are sustainable and also economically viable. This area of sustainable infrastructure, if you are talking about, it has the highest potential for creating jobs for our future engineers. And this particular session which we are talking about, we just want to gauge out what kinds of careers do we have in front with us. Now, one thing is most important as a graduate engineers. The most important thing is that once you are graduating out, you have this question: what is my chosen study path lead to? Whether it will lead to strong job opportunities after graduation or beyond? Because many careers in tech industries are quickly emerging, and plus there are existing careers that will also have a very important place in employment opportunities for tomorrow. And this is where Institute of Engineers India wishes to collaborate with you. One such developing industry shall be the focus of today's webinar, what we are talking about. If you are concerned for environment, if you are interested in fascinating and growing world of sustainable construction or sustainable infrastructure, then careers in sustainability is a good option. Now, this combination of construction and using eco-friendly materials to develop and build infrastructure is a great view to improve and sustain the world's environment. Our natural resources are limited and they are becoming increasingly scarce. Now, the development of infrastructure, we need to adapt. Right now, as I just said, the climate change and growing global population, they are driving innovation in the engineering sector. And to make it more sustainable, many design choices have to be taken up. Now, in inculcating those design choices, good amount of sustainability professionals, good engineers are required who can reduce waste as well amount of energy which is expended. They can reduce the requirement of water and also conserve natural resources to a greater extent. So if being part of this new and growing industry interests you, today's webinar is surely a perfect tool to catapult you to one of the most promising career field of today, careers in sustainability, in sustainable infrastructure. Before moving ahead, let's talk what is this sustainability all about. Sustainability actually, when we talk of sustainability, we need to know that it's that form of development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. Which means, essentially, we need to maintain a good balance, a delicate balance between our need to improve our lifestyles and well-being and preserving the natural resources and ecosystems. Mata Bhumi Putro Aham Pathvya, essentially meaning Earth is my mother and I am her son. This is a quote from our Ved. This is our Indian culture. We respect Earth as our mother. And this is the reflection of the deep understanding and respect that our culture has for nature. If we look at our history, it provides us with invaluable lessons, especially about living in harmony with nature. Now, for thousands of years before advent of technologies, what we are talking about these days, people used to adapt to their environment and used nature as a guide to create their shelters. This is where Atmanirbhar Bharat finds its root from. We need to look back to our history and design systems that are sustainable. So if you have dreamed of making difference to both the planet and people's everyday life, career in sustainability could be a right choice for you. India today is facing unprecedented financial and environmental challenges. In pursuit of achieving rapid growth, last decade, we have really taken environment systems out of our perspective. But this business model of growing at any cost has resulted in deterioration of economic security as well as the environment. But there's a silver lining now. There's a growing realization that we have to move away from current paradigm of economic maximizing the GDP and move toward a new development paradigm which focuses on economic resilience, improved quality of life, and ecological stability. So it's a perfect balance which is emerging these days now. When we talk of smart cities missions of Government of India launched a couple of years back, it has been designed to give boost to infrastructure development. And with this infrastructure development geared towards smart cities, the focus is on sustainable infrastructure. And so there's a focus on generation of green jobs. That's what we are talking about. Creating green jobs could address both unemployment and economic environment degradation in India. Now, let's discuss some of the fields that can generate green jobs for us. First is the renewable sector. Sustainable infrastructure can play a role in reducing energy consumption, which helps in minimizing carbon dioxide emissions. Uses of renewable energy, it directly helps in improving air quality. A study has been made that this growing renewable sector is likely to create more than 330,000 jobs in couple of years from now. And to make this transition feasible, more people are needed in this sector. Jobs such as rooftop solar power generation, manufacturing of solar panel modules, inverters, converters, and use of components of LED bulbs and energy efficient pumps. Even usage of computers for real-time information generation is required. There we need a good set of professionals to be hired. Apart from bringing down energy consumption, there is another most important aspect, reducing the water consumption. As engineers practicing sustainable infrastructure design, one needs to develop a design and incorporate water saving strategies. Why? Because water is the most precious resource after air that we possess. In fact, lately, most of you must have heard that now water is being traded on the Wall Street as a commodity like gold or oil. And that's a very serious issue. The world's first water market has been launched in Chicago Mercantile Exchange this month, with $1.1 billion of contracts tied to water prices in California. Now, this is a cause of worry because treating water as a tradable commodity puts a basic human right into hands of investors. So this means that there's an urgent need for us to look out the ways to conserve water. Now, there's an important issue that we have to maintain demand and supply balance. More efforts to be taken to reduce the building and landscape water demand, and also implement strategies for efficient use of water during construction, water harvesting, and reuse of wastewater. This means that many water saving technologies have to be developed, which are currently there, like water-free urinals are there, no-flush toilets are there. But still, so vast is the market that we need good competence, we need engineering aptitude to the highest level to develop and design various gadgets and systems which can help conserve water. So thereby generating new job opportunities, new ideas have to be taken up. Third important is the waste management. It is the most pressing need of today. Sustainable infrastructure, when we are talking about, it takes care of the waste management also, the solid waste. And now the focus has shifted to solid waste management. Many companies, they are which are manufacturing construction materials, they're coming up with renewable building materials, which are easy to recycle. Apart from that, various solid waste reduction practices, just such as construction byproduct management, recyclable management, waste mitigation, and even recycling of e-waste is also a priority sector, which is still at a nascent stage. There are other two issues, critical issues, that are most towns and cities of India are facing. One is the municipal solid waste management and wastewater management. Building and management of treatment plants, both sewage treatment for sewer waste and fecal sludge treatment plants for non-sewer waste, they can help in disposing of these wastes safely and thereby generating jobs in these fields. Now, this again involves mechanical engineers, civil engineers, computer experts for computerized plant management systems, and as well as other engineering faculties as well. There's a huge scope in waste management as well. Most important is the green transport. Yes, the transport sector is responsible for a lot of greenhouse gas emissions. Over a quarter of world's energy and almost equal share of global carbon dioxide emissions is being done by transport sector. Central government and state governments policies, they are increasingly encouraging introduction of non-motorized transport, electric vehicles, and bio-CNG vehicles to counter this. There's India's National Electric Mobility Plan, Mission Plan 2020, that has a potential to bring about transformational shift in automotive and transportation industry in the country. So adoption of electric vehicles and green mobility. Now it will require significant manpower for the manufacture, surveys, and maintenance of green mobility systems. So in fact, expertise from all the branches of engineering shall be required for creating a sustainable transport system. So the way ahead is to use sustainable technologies and systems which can help us save the environment and also come up with the benefit of improved community health, which improved air quality, reduction in carbon emissions, less energy consumption, and usage of renewable energy sources. Sustainable infrastructure has tremendous health benefits. So if your passion is making a positive environment impact in both your personal and professional life, you can find a green job working in nearly any industry. Nearly all industries such as construction, energy, aviation, automobiles are going to have greater demand in these days to come. And sustainability professionals are needed in product development, engineering, and policy making in nearly all the industries. You can also work to make any job or any organization more sustainable, regardless of your title. Careers in sustainable infrastructure is all about leadership and making a change for the better. It's time to be a torch bearer and contribute effectively to sustainable infrastructure of our country and saving planet Earth. I thank you for your patience in hearing me out, and I hope that this webinar ahead would guide us properly in choosing our career. And as a uh, just passing out budding engineers, which you are, I believe that we at Institute of Engineers India would like to collaborate with you, would like to be a guiding force in choosing your path of success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Uh, Thanks for giving your valuable insights in the area of infrastructure development and
நெஞ்சை தொட்டு பின்னிக் கொண்டு நன்கையூறு மின்னடி எனக்கு சொல்லடி.
kindly. Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving us your insights on the area of infrastructure development in sustainable manner. Now we have another panelist. Mr. Neeraj Arora. He is graduated in mechanical engineering and PG in energy system engineering. Having a rich experience in the energy sector, he is a certified BE energy auditor and GM building professional. Presently, he is heading the GM Green Building Initiative program run by the Ashokam. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Rajendra ji. Thank you so much for the introduction. So,
welcome,
first
sir.
of all, I would like to extend my gratitude, my thanks to Institution of Engineers Faridabad chapter and the team, those who have identified, selected this topic as a main topic for the discussion. I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. Rajendra Kumar ji, Devendra Gill Sahab, Sandeep Handa ji, I.S. Oberoi Sahab, and K.R. Gupta ji. And thank you so much for inviting me for this session. I would like to share my presentation first, then we'll discuss. Hopefully my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So first of all, I would appreciate the points given by Inderdeep Singh ji. Inderdeep Singh ji is the live example of how a person can change his perception towards green. Inderdeep ji, I met with Inderdeep Singh ji in a webinar kind of in January or in March, April, and he attended one webinar on GEM Green Building Certification Program. Then he applied for the GEM Certified Professional Examination, and he became the GEM Certified Professional in first go. And starting from there, he started thinking about green and talking about green. So first of all, I would like to mention here from your platform to all the students, those who are listening to us, and all the professionals, that friends, going green is not a choice. Going sustainable is not a choice nowadays. It has become the mandatory requirement for ourselves. So yes, definitely, opting green as a career is definitely a good choice. But I think green practices, everybody should follow green practices in day-to-day life. It is not like I am a green building consultant, or I am a green building professional, or I am an energy auditor or water auditor. Then only I can, I can follow the green rules. But there are so many green good practices, green good deeds that we can follow in our daily life, and we can be a volunteer for green and sustainable aspects. So, but our topic is big. Career opportunities in green. So we will be discussing these points. So before going to that, I would like to discuss about what are the green buildings. So friends, we all know. It is not like the building which is painted green is a green building. A green building which is, designed, constructed, and operated in a way that it reduces the energy consumption, water consumption, waste generation, and it reduces the negative impacts of a building on the environment. right from the design to the operation. So it is a green building basically. And I mean, it's not like a residential building can be a green building or a commercial building can be a green building. Any building, whatever the building is, whether it is a residential, commercial, hotel, hospital, school, university, any kind of building or any kind of infrastructure, it can contribute towards a green building, because the construction we are doing, whether we are making a hospital or hotel or university or whatever building, we are constructing a road or we are constructing a highway or a flyover. So they all are contributing towards the negative. They are creating negative impacts to the environment, whether it is air pollution or water pollution, or we are digging the natural resources, we are utilizing our virgin materials. So every activity is basically damaging the environment. So this is the responsibility of a professional, of an engineer, of an architect, that we should design a building, we should construct a building, we should operate the building in a way that it will reduce the impact on the environment. So there are many benefits already discussed, that what the green building is. So friends, a green building, if a building which is properly designed, can reduce the energy consumption up to 50%, and we can prove it. I have worked over 200 green building projects across the nation. In fact, some of the projects are outside the country. So we can prove that if a building is properly designed, when we are designing a building, when we are preparing the MEP design reports, when we are preparing the architectural drawings, so if we properly design them, we can reduce the energy consumption by 50%, and we can prove it. So if you are designing a building properly, it will definitely reduce the carbon dioxide emission, because as I mentioned, our every activity contributes towards carbon dioxide emission. Similarly, if we design our plumbing systems properly, it can save up to 40% of potable water. Definitely it can save. I can prove it. And definitely if we are reusing, recycling the waste, it will reduce the solid waste also. I mean, solid waste has become a major problem nowadays. So if we are properly managing the waste, it will reduce the solid waste generation up to 70%. So these are fundamental benefits of a green building. So these are importance of green buildings as discussed already. Designing a green building, constructing and operating a green building have environmental benefits. We have already discussed economical benefits. Yes, the overall cost of a green building is less than as compared to a normal building, because it uses less resources like energy and water, and it also increases the value of the property. Sir, I can give you n number of example. Say for example, we are designing a residential building, and our building's electrical load is say 1000 kVA. So if we are designing a building properly, if lighting designs, air conditioning designs, and pumping designs are proper, we can reduce the electricity consumption, electrical load of the building by 30%. It means you are reducing the cost of electrical system, you are reducing the initial cost of water system, you are reducing the initial cost of building materials as well. So say for example, you are installing a chiller of 200 TR. If you are designing it properly, you can install a chiller of 150 TR. So on the one hand, on the first hand, you are reducing the initial cost. On the other hand, you are reducing the operational cost of the building. So there is definitely the economical benefit. And I mean, there is a myth that designing a green building is a costly affair. No. If you are designing a building properly, you will save on the initial cost as well as on the operational cost. And the payback period is even less than 3 years. And say, for example, we are designing a normal residential building. If we are designing a green building, the cost increment is even less than 10 rupees per square feet. And I can prove it on paper also. So designing a green building is definitely an economical affair. Similarly, social benefits, yes, because if you are designing green buildings, these are very good for the health of the entire ecosystem that occupies it, and the occupants, those who are those who are sitting in that building. It improves their productivity, their health also. So we have environmental, economical, and social benefits. There is no harm in designing a green building, I must say. So friends, these are some facts about green buildings in India. Why I am discussing these facts about green buildings in India? Because after discussing this, I would like to explain our students that how much demand of a green building is in the country. And because demand is there, there are lots of career opportunities for the students. So friends, the green buildings market in India is currently at a very, very initial stage, I must say, with only 5% buildings being classified as green. So friends, these green building certification programs are already there in India since last 18-20 years. But still, because of lack of awareness, lack of marketing and lack of inclusion of the professionals, hardly 5% buildings are green certified, green rated, accounting for more than 40% of the country's total energy consumption. Energy used from buildings is increasing 8% annually. Friends, our buildings consume 40% of country's total energy consumption, and this is increasing at 8% annually. So huge loss of energy. You can see when there is loss of energy, huge loss of energy, there is a lot of potential also to save the energy. If conventional inefficient buildings practices continues, buildings would account for over 70% of emission by 2050. Friends, it's a very simple thing that if you are designing a building, you are basically designing a building for 70 years. So if your design is improper, your design is imperfect, your design is inefficient, you will be wasting the energy, water, and our natural resources for up to 70 years. So it's a huge loss. According to the International Finance Corporation, 70% of the buildings required by 2030 are yet to be constructed in India. This has been mentioned by, our Honorable Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar ji also, I think a year back, that 70% of the India's buildings are yet to be constructed. It means there is lots of potential to design a green building. When I'm saying lots of potential designing a green building, it means there are lots of opportunities for the architects, for the engineers, for the green building consultants, for the green product manufacturers, for the green product vendors. So, a construction industry is giving jobs to lakhs of engineers, professionals, and product manufacturers. So, lots of potential is there. As per economic survey of 2019 and 20, India requires an investment of US dollar 1.4 trillion in the infrastructure space by 2024-25, which is about to come. The construction industry is amongst India's fastest growing sector, growing at a rate of 9.2% and contributing about 10% of country's GDP. So you can see that how much potential is there. There is a significant potential in residential construction, with the Housing for All program requiring 20 million urban and 10 million rural homes. Corporate sentiments is also burnt, with many companies taking a carbon neutral pledge. So friends, all our companies, big companies, medium or small companies, they all are talking about and working towards making themselves carbon neutral. It means there are lots of potential for sustainability officers, sustainability engineers in the company. Post COVID-19, green buildings can become a strong driver of economic growth and help to build back better by providing 9 million skilled jobs in both the renewable and construction sector by 2030. And I am not saying this. This has been mentioned by our Honorable Finance Minister. So lots of scope, 9 million skilled jobs in the construction industry. If you are planning to make your career in green jobs, so lots of job opportunities are there in the market. The government, in collaboration with the banking sector, can together provide fuel to the green construction sector. So, nowadays there is a planning that, like we get loan for the education, or for other things. If you are designing a green building, you will be getting, if you are constructing a green building, you will be getting the loans from the banks on subsidized rates. So, post-COVID, people will like to live in the buildings that have a better ventilation system, ample daylight, fresh air ability, which can reduce stress levels and increase productivity. So friends, these are the green aspects of any building. So proper building design orientation with daylight, glazed north facades to take glare-free north use of solar shading, orientation of the building, water consumption by using rainwater harvesting, sewage treatment plant, water efficient fixtures, as mentioned by Inderdeep Singh ji. So preventing the indoor air quality problems to enhance the comfort and well-being of the occupants, and zero use of CFC-based refrigerants in a new base building ecosystem. Waste disposal as well. So these are some good features of building properly designed green building and building management systems. So friends, now we come to the topic demand for sustainability skills. So friends, to achieve the sustainable business goals of the organizations in every sector, I mean, whether it is from pharmaceuticals to automotive to food production, they all need qualified professionals with the skills to take on the challenges of the sustainable revolution. So friends, I mean, in SOCHM, I am just a minute. I am holding one environmental council also, and you will be surprised to know that each and every big organization has a department called sustainability division, and there is a very senior officer in every department. He is called sustainability head of the organization. So we have around 50 plus reputed organizations in that council. You name it, JSW, GMR, PepsiCo, Cadbury's, and whatever. So all these companies have sustainability department, and they have sustainability head and a team in their organization. So it's not like sustainability is just a sector. Sustainability is part of each and every sector, I must say. So friends, as I discussed, 99% of CEOs believe that sustainability issue will be critical to the future success of their business. They all understand that sustainability is going to be a big challenge for their business. So they all are interested in making a sustainability department, hiring the sustainability professionals in their organization. 96% of CEOs believe that sustainability issues should be fully integrated into strategy and operations of a country. You all are aware. 91% of CEOs report that their company will employ new technologies to address sustainability issues over the next 5 years. And friends, these are some career opportunities in the green building sector. So these are some professionals, those we can say the green building professionals or sustainability professionals. So these are the career opportunities for you. You can be a green building consultant, energy, water, waste auditor, environmental sustainability auditor, energy, daylight, fresh air modeling and simulation expert, solar PV renewable energy system installer, building energy and water efficiency system integrator, green building construction materials manufacturers and suppliers as well, green technology expert, and sustainability reporting officer. So lots of career opportunities for you in this sector. And these are some courses offered in India on sustainability. I mean, these are just the few names. There are many reputed universities and institutions, those who are offering the postgraduate and undergraduate courses in sustainability. BSc, MSc Environmental Sustainability Development Practices, Renewable Energy Engineering, Energy Systems. I'm also Energy Systems, MTech in Energy Systems. I'm a BEE certified energy auditor and green building professional as well. So these are very few names, and now there are lots of opportunities. So friends, these are some slides I would like to share with you that what a green building certification program is. So GEM is a green building certification program initiated by SOCHM, and these are some reference guides for GEM green building certification program. It's for the new buildings, hospitals, warehousing and logistics. These are some points for GEM rating. GEM 1 to GEM 5, we have 1 to 5 points. In that, if a building achieves more than 105 points, the building is GEM 5 certified, and likewise. So these are some important parameters of all the green building certification program in the country. So we have mainly 4 programs in the country. One is SOCHM GEM, IGBC, LEED, and GRIHA. So these are some comparative parameters of all the green building certification program. So almost all the programs talk about water efficiency, green building, proper landscape design, less use of virgin materials, water efficiency, energy efficiency, indoor air quality, lighting controls, use of STP, rainwater harvesting, low flow water fixtures, and many points. So these are some comparison parameters for all the programs. So as I mentioned, if you are designing a green building, you are taking care of your building envelope, your water system, your energy system, your indoor air quality, and all the aspects. So these are some parameters. Those are important from a building design point of view: roof, wall, window to wall ratio, fenestration, visual light transmission of glass, daylight area. And when you are designing these parameters, you will have to refer ECBC guidelines or ASHRAE standards or ISHRAE standards or like that. All these requirements are given in the ECBC, that how your air conditioning system will be designed, how your system building will have daylight, how much your building will have the fresh air, and all aspects. I'm just giving you the overview of, what a green building is. So these are some energy and ventilation comparisons. Yeah. And friends, as mentioned, this GEM Green Building Certification Program is based upon the NBC guidelines and ECBC guidelines. So again, you will have to go through NBC and ECBC also, and it includes sustainability and water efficiency, fire and life safety, more greener area, indoor air quality, daylight and fresh air. Why I'm mentioning this? Because each and every point, as I mentioned, you can be a green building consultant, you can be a fire auditor, you can be energy and water auditor. So because green building certification programs have all these features, so you can be an expert in any of the subject. You can be a fire auditor, you can be energy and water auditor, you can be a sustainability consultant, you can be an energy, daylight and fresh air modeling and simulation expert, and so on. This is the control room from where we can control all the buildings, all the parameters of the building. GEM Green Building Certification Program is now empaneled with the Government of Rajasthan for free extra FAR incentives in the building bylaws, and we are approaching many other states also for the similar benefits. So why we are discussing this? That because now various state governments are announcing incentives for the green buildings. It means more and more green buildings will come. When more and more green buildings will come, there will be more and more opportunities for you. More and more work opportunities for you, more and more career opportunities for you to become a sustainability consultant. So this is the certificate we provide to the GEM certified buildings, GEM compliant buildings. These are some projects we have already executed in last 2.5 years. This has all types of buildings: factory, hotel, hospital, university, colleges. And GEM has chapters in these many states. And friends, this is another very important slide which I would like to share with you from your platform. We conduct the GEM certified professional training and examination for the engineers and architects. So any professional, any student, any faculty who is an engineer and architect, they can go for this training and examination. We conduct this training and examination on every month on the last Saturday. So anybody can register themselves for this and can become a GEM certified professional. So if you want to make your career in GEM, in green building certification or in sustainability certification, you have to be the certified professional, either from ASSOCHAM GEM or IGBC or GRIHA or LEED or from all. So this is a certificate. Once you get this certificate, you will be eligible to execute any kind of green building certification program for that particular organization. Like if you are GEM certified professional, you can do the GEM certified buildings for ASSOCHAM. And friends, just 2-3 slides. We celebrated last year. We celebrated our centenary year celebration, and Narendra Modi ji came to our program. And luckily, today on 19th December in the morning, if you have seen, Narendra Modi ji came to our program in virtual mode. Today we have completed our 100 years and we have started 101 years. So, and last but not the least, let's all pledge to create a green and environment-friendly, sustainable country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neeraj sir. Thanks for your presenting the facts facts about the green buildings in Indian scenario, and along with the possible opportunities in this area. We thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Devendra Gill, sir.
Yes. Again, my apologies that because of the internet connectivity, I got disconnected. Now, after this two address by the two very eminent experts on green building, the participants, the young engineer might have got a very clear idea of the career ahead and the opportunities in this particular field. I represent the II Alumni Association too, where this institution has a large opportunity for engineers to come as corporate members, join us, and become the chartered engineer. And we also conduct the professional engineer examinations. So I will also appeal to them that, like in the medical profession, when you qualify your MBBS examination, to prosper in your career, you have to have a specialization. Similarly, in the engineering profession, to succeed well in your career, you must look for specialization. I'm a mechanical engineer by qualification, but now I specialized in safety field, and now I am looking after the construction safety, the safety in the projects. So in my closing remarks, I'll say there is a great opportunity for the young engineer in the green and sustainable infrastructure development. As Neeraj Arora ji has very rightly said, it is not the choice now, it has become the compulsion. So the need of the hour is to build competence and also look for opportunity. I once again thank the organizer, Faridabad Local Center, for giving all of us the opportunity of interacting with this young mind. With this, I close my speech.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your kind words on green building and sustainable infrastructure. Your experience help us to go for this. Now I request Mr. Shri Inderjeet Singh Oberoi, sir. Sir,
Yes, thank you, Inderji. Pankaj, could you just put on that slide of our
Okay, just a minute.
competition, please, on the screen? Well, thank you, Neeraj. Thank you, Devendra Gilji, for your eye-opening statements. And Neeraj, yes, Institute of Engineers also has completed 100 years last year. So both the organizations are working in tandem. And what we have felt is that we would, our initiative has always been toward working into a positive framework. And this webinar basically is for students. You got to understand that after passing out, after doing your engineering, you need to equip yourself for the work ahead, which our nation needs you to do. And for that, you should have the knowledge, you should have the aptitude, you should have the information. And we at Institution of Engineers have always wanted that you should, we should be able to collaborate with you, give you information, and we are open to all suggestions regarding our association with you. We would like you to kindly pass on your suggestions also to us. Another important information which I am trying to make is that we have kept a mega slogan or animation competition for all the engineers. The link has been made active from today at 4 p.m. The participation link is available on our website, and you can visit that website. What we are looking for an apt slogan or an animation. It could be a JPG, it could be a MP4 format, it could be a very good animation which has to be totally original. The topic is role of engineers for sustainable India. The benefit is, first of all, we will choose 10 winners and they'll be awarded cash prize from Institution of Engineers Faridabad Local Center. The next step is that your photo, your caption your slogan, your animation will feature on our website on a monthly basis. So that will be, you'll get a good footage with our relations, with your relations with the Institution of Engineers. The most important is that you will get an option to be a student coordinator for that month, which means that as a student coordinator, we will work with you to organize a webinar, workshop, or training session in your college for that particular month. So we'll be there assisting you, we'll be using your efforts, and together we'll collaborate in information building, information participation. So what we would, this link will be open till 30th of December 2020. So you've got more than 10 days. Put your thinking caps on, keep on thinking, do brainstorming, give us a good slogan and an animation, and we promise that we will be the one who will take up your hands and will walk through with you in your life, as in your career, in building your life. And we will keep on continuing our efforts. Every month we'll come up with new ideas, new topics of discussions, and we'll value your presence for this webinar. I would now like to request our Honorable Secretary, Shri K.R. Gupta ji, to kindly extend vote of thanks to our speakers and close the session.
सर माइक ओपन नहीं है.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Respected Engineer Sandeep Handa ji, Chairman Faridabad IIL Local Center, our keynote speaker, Engineer Devinder Gill, FI, immediate past Chairman, Delhi State Center, Chairman IE Alumni Association, and presently GM at Safety Metro. My fellow FLCC members and prospective upcoming engineers. On behalf of the Institution of Engineers, Faridabad Local Center, I take the opportunity to propose vote of thanks to those who have directly or indirectly contributed to this webinar on career opportunity in green and sustainable infrastructure. My sincere thanks to all the speakers, Engineer Devinder Gill ji, FIE, Engineer IS Oberoi ji, FIE, and Mr. Neeraj Arora ji, Senior Director and Head Associate GEM Green Building Certification Program, for their efforts toward excellent coverage for the theme and sharing experience with us for the guidance and benefit of our prospective engineers. I extend a really hearty vote of thanks to our keynote speaker, Devinder Gill ji, and Mr. Neeraj Arora ji from ASSOCHAM, who have spared time from their busy schedule to grace this occasion. My special thanks to events coordinator and moderator, Dr. Rajinder Kumar ji, Pradeep Malla ji, and Engineer Inderjeet Singh ji, Director AD Global Synergy Private Limited, who has initiated this event, and event was a very great success. I again thank to all the participants who blessed their valuable presence